Hello there, guys. Welcome back. It's the November live stream for the raid. Counterstrike. That sounds like a familiar name. I'm sure there's some other game on the Steam player that actually has that name, but not so what? It's what kicks I've chosen for the November raid, the first one of the Assault series, and yes, we are using UAVs. Welcome, guys, for the live stream. Thanks, good to see it. Mike, hey, good to see you as buddy. Thomas, thanks very much as well. And I know there's a good few people in. So let's have a look. Where are we at the moment? What should we look at first, apart from my bubbled base? Because it's that sort of thing at the moment. If you haven't got a bubble, you're not playing hard enough. There we go. That's my excuse at least. So let's look at offers first. What is on offer today? Not that I'm doing a sales pitch, but yeah, the normal thing is obviously gold. There you go. It's in dollars because I'm on the Kicksite website. So normally it'd be in pounds, but it's in dollars at the moment. Yeah, so that's what it is, 119.99, so $120 if you want 2,950 gold. Fantastic. There's a slightly less expensive version, but actually you get less percentage because 59% is the one that I normally go for every 3 months. I got plenty of gold for this one, so I'm not doing anything like that this time. Forget the gold then. Let's look down at the offers. So what can you have if you haven't got your ships built already? They always like to try and hint at what to build, but anyway, there you go. There is one with an MDS3 on it, just the one. You get, let's have a little flick. Two MDS3s, sorry, and there you go. 2 and 2 of the armors as expected. It's obviously got the new countermeasure on it as well, the same as you put on the FM fleet as well, and the rest of it's pretty routine, to be honest. Yeah, obviously we picked up some of these items here. Yeah, the hydroscopic warheads, the drone battery, and the rest of it's pretty routine on their version. Okay, so that's what we want for all. That's a vanilla build basically. If you want to go 5 all the same, include the flagship. Okay, there are some more deals out there. If you want to go for the older stuff, fine. But I did see an upgrade to U3. There was a U3 upgrade. That said, I don't need it because I'm already at U3. The last one just finished. I managed to get it all done quite reasonably. So, right. Nope, it's disappeared. There we go. Done. Right. Okay, let's have a little look then. Build. Let's look at the build. Hey, Josh, how you doing? Hi, oh, go. Yeah, let's go. Right, so let's look at my build. What I've gone for in the end. Okay, and so I'm up to U3, even on the flagship. I hope you can see that quite reasonably. I can always zoom in a bit later, maybe. This one here, and simply because obviously the special abilities for this particular ship, which gave us what I was hoping was more countermeasure and more resistance and that stuff. In the end, it gave us more firepower and greater armor. So we decided not to make this one a countermeasure ship. This one's full power. To go full power in all your UAVs and to get reasonable amount of evade. And as you can notice, going back, he says, going all the way back up to, defense stats. My whole fleet is sitting at an evade bonus of 71%. I was thinking about, I know Derpy has done it as well, he's gone hyper 30, but when this gets up to up to X1, there is a minus combat speed for offensive ships, so it looks as if he says, evade bonus is up on plus 10 as well. That would be nice to have as well. And I did see something about, I'm sure I saw slows enemy speed up or something or other. Yeah, that's what it says anyway. So we'll give that a crack anyway. So this one here, yeah, it's full power. It's got all the good stuff on it, including the full hydroscopic warheads as well, which gives you obviously the 100% obviously of penetrative damage, which is just what we want for UAVs. But to do that, we've had to drop down one of the plates, okay? And you'll notice I've gone one of obviously the corrosive plates, and I've gone 3 of the penetrative survival plates, and one is from the previous set, which isn't too bad to be honest, because actually it gives you a reasonable amount of survival. And when you actually look at the figures for the whole fleet, it's a titchy amount of difference to be honest. So that's it for that ship there. That ship's the same basically, and so are the 2 middle ones. So there's 3 of those. They're on full power. Okay, and these ones here are a little bit less, considerably less in fact, to be honest. We're down on power on these ones here for hitting power, but what we are up on obviously is our countermeasure capabilities, because obviously we've got the new countermeasure special on it as well, and we have 2 MDSS3s on each one. So the 2 ships on the outside, on the flanks, okay, on my countermeasure ships, they've got a little bit more resistance bullets as well. So I'm hoping they last a bit longer. So let's give it a crack. So we'll start off, we'll go for absolutely no arm, no cruise and that sort of stuff. Let me just double check combat speed versus turn speed, just in case I do need to do something. So movement. Combat speeds are marginally better. If you are going to go for a crew for this one, then we won't do it just yet, but if you are going for a crew, then this is the one. He says I've only got one, but there we go. It's Sea Serpents, I believe, because obviously you get greater turn speed, which is nice. So it's greater than obviously combat speed, which I'm not quite at the moment, but you get the extra evade bonus as well. So that's about it. Let's launch up and take a look. Yes, I'm in Alpha, Josh. Sorry, yeah, I'm in 9 now, I think. Sector 9, I think it is. Let's have a look. What does it say? What are we in? Yeah, I'm in Sector 9 at the moment. Bubble City. Right. Okay, so let's have a look out on the map then. I suppose we'll look at prizes. Counterstrike. I think it's funny it's called that. But there we go. So yeah, we got some obviously some skins, which I'm not really bothered about, to be honest, because you can have skins for your Abomination fleet and then obviously the Exterminator fleet and that sort of stuff. But the problem is then they almost look like the flagship, and then really you want to know what the flagship looks like. So I wouldn't actually dress them all up looking the same personally. But something I'm really intrigued in is obviously the heavy thrower. Obviously, this is the new base defense turret, okay, 10.5 tier. It's supposed to be super duper, and it might help you against obviously the incoming fleets because obviously it deals radioactive damage, okay, and that's something that some of the ships are obviously feeling against certain of the tier 10 turrets. So it's feasible that this, although it's a short range turret, may assist. It looks like it throws in 3 different directions, so positioning will be quite interesting. Almost wants to be on the inside of a corner as opposed to the outside of a corner, but that'll be quite difficult to defend. So that's one of the main prizes, basically. Obviously, the upgrade tokens, which getting those up to X1 is important. I think if you're going to X1 anything, I'd X1 the flag and probably your 2 countermeasure ships, if anything. And then obviously the other thing that's really, really interesting is this, which is obviously the new EV10, okay, which is the new evade armor for your conquerors, basically getting you up to 14%, but it's the armor points as well. So combat speed is reasonable, turn speed is reasonable at 7% again. Okay, evade bonus is obviously 14%, but it gives you 20k. It's not a huge amount actually of armor points, but anyway, it's there. And I've got a funny feeling it's limited. Yes, it is. Why are we going for everything that's limited? Slightly frustrating the way the game is turning. Every single item is, well, practically every item is limited, which is really, really frustrating. The rest of it I think is pretty routine, but it is the first of the 2 raids, so for this set. If you're behind on certain things, obviously there's the flagship there. Like I say, there's some older tier kit. And let me have a look in PvP tech. What do we have then? Yeah, you can get up to 3 of the new turrets and 5 of the new armors, and you can get a couple of skins if you wish to have them. You can get 1 or 2 of these engines if you want, but Overlord's about the only thing it works on, to be honest. And obviously there's more plates as well. Don't forget you can have up to 99 plates now as well, so there's no limit. Well, there's 99, but obviously that's an awful long time before we get to 99, isn't it? Right, that's enough rabbiting. Let's stick on some music. If it's too loud, shout and I'll turn it down, and we'll hit some targets. Oh, that's a bit chilled. Right. So, no, I'm not going to use locator because that would be horrendous, because that would take me forever to find a target. What are we looking for picture-wise? They are looking like, well, there's a 101, so they look like this. Where's a 100? We'll just start it in order, really. Oh, there's a 500. We've got to have a look at that in a bit. There's a 500. We don't have a, he says. Let's tick the box. A 100, a 101. We'll do the S tier first then. And let's get ourselves to prize points that are worth the same. It's always the 1 million, isn't it? Okay, we'll auto 1, we'll drive 1, and we'll double check routes and entrances and that sort of stuff. So we're going at 9 and that sort of stuff. Okay, so steelheads, Josh has got 21. I think his build is similar to mine from the 100. We'll try 9 o'clock. Let's see if it actually, your fleet is overpowered for this battle. My fleet is over, what? Oh, that's because there's a target hidden in front of it. It's this one I want. It was the wrong target. I was going to say, hello, Jenny. How are you? Are you good to... It's good to see you on. Well, the target was hidden behind this target, so that was actually a draconian target. So, right, here we go. Let's just close this rubbish down and let's have a little look. So we've got a gate and a ton of ships. Now, I believe the carriers are good for us, but I'm not really sure. Actually, they don't fire to us. There are plenty of turrets, though, so we've got to be a little bit cautious. But we'll leave it on auto first, and let's just see what it does. So clearly there's only one point of entry, so it doesn't matter which way. So it's a good auto target, because you'll always start in the same place. 45, I think, is the chaining range for these, so you should chain fine onto that carrier. Oh, that's a corrosive turret straight away. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Jenny, thanks. Let's zoom in and see what's causing us any issues. So Kodiak's there. Look, 1, 2, 3. We have a little bit of damage on the flagship, and a little bit on number 4, a little bit on number 3. Number 1 is definitely taking the biggest damage. So yet again, it's the flagship that you may want to trail if you want to keep it alive. Yeah, frustrating oil fields, obviously, as we spoke about before, because obviously they slow. The oil fields are your friends if you can draw them into it, because look, it's slowing them down, which is very helpful when it comes to the corrosive ships, because their range is obviously less than yours. So whilst this is not a very ergonomic way of hitting the target, we'll just get a snapshot on the points. Yes, it's frustrating, isn't it, that the flagship's taking the damage. I wish it was like a ship 5 maybe, because then you could rotate your ships out. I think you decided you go for the same build across all your routine ships. I think you were going 1 MDS on all of them, weren't you? I believe that's what you said. 101's got a lot more ships. We'll have a look in a second. We're gonna see what it's like on this one for auto, and then hey Atom, how you doing? Then we'll nip back out and we'll see the damage. We'll check the damage types across both, and then hey Jay, how you doing? Yeah, well, I'm intrigued about this new 10.5 tier turret, Jay, to be honest, mate, because it's a radioactive turret. It's short range. It's a flamethrower. So obviously it's an area effect damage, and well, that was quite quick. That wasn't too bad. Hey Damnation, good to see you, mate. So yeah, you can get 3 of these new turrets. They are obviously going to be heavy because they're 10.5 tier. They're short range as well, so obviously you need to sort of like get them into a bottleneck basically so they can start to work. But they fire in 3 different directions, which means that you want them sort of like on an inner arc as opposed to an outer arc. But then you'd have to protect them with certain things like mountains, maybe against abomination ships and that sort of stuff. So it's going to be positioning is going to be interesting. So it'll be quite difficult to sight them with most of the current base setups as it stands at the moment, because otherwise only one of the flames will fire, because generally all of them will just the other 2 will fire in the other direction. Anyway, right, so that was the first ship. Here we go. So what do we take? 1% then on penetrative, and as I thought, the remainder is on corrosive. Why? Because look, I've only got 1 corrosive plate because I do tend to drive. I built this fleet to drive and not to sit there and just auto. So it probably would have been 2 and 2, but ultimately I'm not surprised. What is nice to see is the amount of evade. 64% was evaded and 10% resisted, so that isn't so bad. What did I get? And I got 49 minutes worth of damage there on full auto. Right, we'll fix that up. I got plenty of jinglies in the corner there, so I'm not messing about going back in the base. Otherwise it just extends the stream for no point. So let's hit another one. There's one right below us, okay, and we'll just reconfirm. We'll go in from 6 o'clock, but it should always start, I believe, at 2. And we'll drive this one and see if we can kite and trick the things into getting a lot less corrosive damage. So we can't do much about the penetrative, but we can certainly do something about the corrosive. So this time we'll go in and probably take out that turret, I think. You drove badly and got 35. Okay, mate. There is obviously a retreat button, so you could do this in 2 stages if you so wish to. Bear in mind the buff at the front of the ship is obviously quite a powerful item as well. So if you do have a ship getting close to you, you can ram it basically, and it will help you. Now what we're going to be careful of is this is the range. We don't know the range yet of these, so it's a shame that. All right, here we go. So that Kodiak's coming in now. What we don't want is all the Kodiaks to fire at us, is it? So we can draw this one out. I suppose what I should be doing for these is actually driving at them, because that kills them faster, doesn't it? That's probably the wise thing to do, he says. Did that work faster? I'm not really sure if it did. Yeah, that flagship is definitely taking some pain, but how are we doing on these turrets then? 1, 2, 1 got through. Nothing got through that time. Nothing got through, I believe, that time either. 45 on auto. Yeah, about the same, mate. So, how's your game going, Damnation? All right. I know you've been back a while now, so let's see if I can get it to UAV chain onto that central turret. Yes, it can. That's nice. Will it kill it all? There we go. That's all right. Right, so what I'll try and do is trigger these and then turn around and run, if I can, into that there. Yeah, so that slows them down nicely. So that worked. That's okay. So there's the benefit of having the ice field triggers. There's a Kodiak there. What I'm hoping to be able to do is to utilize these and then to counter into these, if I can do it. I'm not sure if I can. These would generally keep respawning. There was no capital building in the VXP target, at least anyway. That in fact, let's go around the south side of this. There was a capital building, but basically, unless you killed it, these carriers kept spawning. So you're getting caught up fast. Good, cheaper than expected. Don't tell Kickside that. Good lord. Let's see if I can use this. No, that's more than 45 away, isn't it? So that's not going to chain to there. Okay, so let's remember, I don't get slowed by these, whereas they do, so let's see if I can utilize that chaining effect. So it's only the Kodiaks that can actually fire at the moment, so I don't believe I've had any corrosive damage yet. Yeah, that seemed to work okay, didn't it? There's no boom effect on those carriers, like I say, just try to get them to blow up where you want them to blow up is the guide, isn't it, really? I believe I can outrange this, and I'm hoping it will be able to chain onto that other oh, he says I think I could outrange it, and I haven't quite. I have now, so that wasn't ideal, but it can be done. I was just a little bit hand-fisted there. Hey Thomas, how you doing? So yeah, I think I think it's a really good idea, Si, is I can draw these ships back out now. In fact, I might be able to chain off of these, and because if I hit this, that would chain that way, hopefully, and then might even chain onto some of these. So I've been particularly lazy lately. I've been autoing everything. So this raid, because there's not, I didn't think there was going to be a great deal in it. I'm probably just going to drive this one and get the bare minimum that's required. Can I chain? Yes, I can. And will it chain again? Yes. And it will chain onto that ship. Well, that's handy. Go on, kill the turret. Perfect. Oh, nice. Okay, so I've got one ship that's going to come towards me. Can I turn in time? Yes, I can just. Okay, so this one here I should probably just drive straight at it, I'm guessing. Kill it as fast as I possibly can. Right, are we done? We are done. That was definitely less, wasn't it? So 25 minutes, most people thinking, roughly. We ought to try a couple of crews in a minute, didn't we, just to double check. So what am I down to? Obviously I got a bit of corrosive because that was from me being a fool and getting too close to that turret. So 1%, 1 per take, 1% taken. Okay then. 17 resisted and 75 evaded. Okay, so that's nice. And there we go, well 1% again. So 1 and 1. Did resist a little bit, but and obviously you can't evade the corrosive because it's area effect damage. What do we get for total 20 minutes? I'm intrigued. We'll actually go back in the base. I want to see how much damage that flagship has taken, because that's slightly frustrating, isn't it? But anyway, that's 2, so that's 500k. I'm not really in a rush to collect anything. Normally we sort of collect things and then start building a hull straight away within the first hours, and it does it overnight, but it's just a turret. So and I have a special dome today, so I don't really mind at the moment. It was very kindly donated to me, so 1 potato taken. Yeah, I know, mate, I know. Right, let's have a look at this flagship damage in comparison, shall we? Right, so let's nip these off. So there we go, 11 minutes of damage just on the flagship. That's annoying, isn't it? And so instant fix, which is not really much point, on the routine ships, and yeah, instant fix on flagship. Sorry, on the countermeasure ship. That's goddamn annoying. That one there is fine. Yeah, 350 for those 2 ships. It almost is like once you make a second flagship and you can keep rotating it out and fix it while you go out and do another target. So then I've got nothing building now. There's nothing to actually build in my my dock at the moment, because there will be upgrading to do, but nothing to build. Speed up. Right, we're just going to keep knacking the flagship basically until we get to our, 30 minutes of fix, and then we'll decide to leave it there. We still won't do any crews at the moment. Let's launch the fleet. I know it's a little bit dead. Let's go and look at 101 and see what it has to say for itself. Yeah, I'm 71% across all ships. 101s, 500. We're definitely going to have a look at that. So 101, I can imagine, although it wasn't like this last raid set, but let's just see if it does make a difference. We'll start again at 9 as we did before. Let's see if there is a position to come in that's viable and down to the user, or is it a fixed location? Okay, woo, look at that lot. So a couple of capital turrets here, the corrosive ones, and I managed to kite past, sorry, this one here. I managed to kite past this one in the VXP target, but I also managed to outrange it as well. So is this the capital building that spawns these? It could be, and I wouldn't actually get rid of them too fast because they can be quite beneficial to slow these things down. You could chase one and then let it blow up, cause an ice field, and then these will drag into it if you just sit behind. So you could use them to your advantage. So let me just retreat and I'll go in at 3 o'clock just to see if it is viable. Time to blitz. Josh, that's down to you. I'm not blitzing this raid. I don't see the point. There's nothing really worth me rushing to do this time, which is nice. Right, let's peek. Okay, so we're going in at 3 o'clock then. Yeah, so you can choose which angle you want to go in at. So if you are going at 3 o'clock, actually it's probably better to come in, I think, probably about a 2 o'clock position then, or about a 7 o'clock position, because we want to be able to get behind these, blow these up basically, trigger the ice field, and then encourage these ships here to go towards wherever the ice field finishes off. So if I go slightly north, because now they've already started moving, haven't they? So well, we've got some ships that are deciding to coast around the outside. Oh, there's one there. So if I can encourage that to die before it goes in too far. Don't want to hit it just yet. Let's see if that works. That worked, didn't it? Oh, I was too early on that one there. So we're going to utilise these ammo carriers and hopefully use them to kill the fleets. So I was too premature on this one. It'll take a few goes to work it out, I think, but I think once we've done it a couple of times, I mean, we might be able to chain across here, I think. 1, 2, 3, might be able to get those chaining, so we'll give that a go. But let's see if we can encourage this to do its job. Not ideal. Well, whilst it is doing some work, it's not as perfect as I was hoping. These ships are going to take some hits, so I'm going to get them gone. Okay, that seems to be reasonable. Be nice to get rid of that one. It does. That's perfect. Right. Okay. So let me see if we can dip in and encourage some damage. So not perfect there either. Will that chain onto that? Let's have a look. No. Timing is everything, obviously. I'm in 9, I think, damnation. Sorry, mate, I didn't see that there. I had to look across onto another screen. So, question is, will it chain and chain and chain? I'm not really sure, but I think it will. If they've done the target right, it might clear these ships. Which way are we going? Yeah, we're going down. We're going down. Not bad. Not bad at all. So I should be able to outrange this. I won't necessarily outturn it, but I definitely will outturn. Here we go. So obviously in X1 that aura will soon kick in. I need to go towards it. I must remember to go towards the Kodiaks if it's just a Kodiak. There's no area effect damage. Oh, you're in 9 as well, are you? Right, okay, so that's pretty messed up there. We'll go down south now and we'll utilize these ammo carriers then to kill this sector off. Section. Oh, no, we've killed the base. That wasn't the wisest thing to do, was it? Okay, let's see if we can trigger this carrier. And will it trigger onto this Kodiak? That'd be nice if it did. I think it might be a bit too far away. I am. Right, what I can do is encourage him to come into me. Oh, well, I'm outranging it, so that'll do nicely. Thank you very much. That should take them all out. If they chain, which I think they're going to. That's good. Now, can I get this to chain onto that? Nope. Takes too long to chain, unfortunately, but there we go. That's just the way it is. Will that chain at all? Yes, it will. That's good. That wasn't too bad. So we had 11 minutes damage, by the way, to start us off. Let's just double check that we can actually kite these. Yes, we can. So that's definitely the way ahead, is to nip those in the bud. We've still got the ammo carriers coming down from the north, so even if I did make a mistake there, it's not the end of the world. So we're down to 1 ship, which I believe I can just bull rush basically, because it's really slow to move. So we'll just, I could have nipped in and nipped out a bit faster than that, to be honest. Let's see if we can chain, or at least outrange that as well. Though coming in from the north is never... Oh, no, we can't, because this is a missile turret, so we won't be able to do that. But I wonder if I can get one of the ammo carriers to do it for me. We're just checking... I mean, I know it's a bit slow, but we're just checking what is avoidable and what's not avoidable, or what we can chain and what we can't chain against, and what is going to give us guaranteed damage and what's going to give us avoidable damage. So hopefully that will do it. Let's get out the way. Yeah, that did it nicely. Perfect. So if I waited for this one here to go in, I think we can probably get it to go down here as well. I mean, it's a bit slow, but if you want to, I can see some Crying Lady videos coming up with some pretty amazing. She's really good at taking her time and breaking targets down, whereas I get very impatient. Okay, that was slightly frustrating. I believe I could probably get in. Yes, I can outrange him. Yep, thought so. So whilst those ships are quite fast, they're I'm going to try and outrange this and then use the ammo carrier to get the last ships if I can. Let me just double check that we can. Difficult to tell where it is. There we go. Okay, so it does work. It still works. It did on the VXP targets. So now, can I get the ammo carrier to chain onto? Well, that's where I want to be, isn't it? So it'll start hitting the ammo carrier about here, and then obviously by the time the ammo carrier has gone past, it should hopefully chain onto those three there. We'll give it a go. Okay, I got a bit close, but that should do the job. 1, 2, and the third. Nice. Okay, so bit slow, like we said to start with, but generally got the idea. 15 minutes. Okay, nice sign. So only penetrative was what I was hoping. 1% taken, so that's okay. I already had 11 minutes, I believe it was, damage. And what am I at now? 18. Okay, so 7 minutes. 7 minutes. And I made some mistakes there as well. So it looks like actually it's easier to do the 101 than it is to do the, well, not easier, it's longer, but it's less damage overall. Super. Right, okay, let's try another one quickly. I don't think there's any requirement for cruise if you're at U3, to be honest. It's not horrendous. What's in behind here? 101 again. So we don't want to kill the ammo carriers, we want to utilize the ammo carriers. Reminding myself here more than anybody else. Let's have another little crack. How are we doing for time? Half past, we're half an hour in already, so let's just try it another little way. Let's try and utilize these gates then to maybe kill. I think it went north, didn't it? So if I can use, no. Got to remember to keep away from those two speeding Kodiaks. They come out quite far, don't they? Right there, they're turning. Right, let them go past. I think if I hit that gate, I think it went up and did that missile turret first, I think. You try. Or does it go south? Which way does it go? Right, so it goes south. So this is going to take these ships out then. Down to about this one, I think. Is it? Yeah. Didn't quite get the last one, but that's okay because I can outrange him. Which hopefully he will trigger the others. Right, those Codys are coming. Here we go. Can I outrange him? Yes, but it's not really going to go to the other ones, is it? Right. I could have been a little bit faster. They're quite quick, aren't they? There's only the one. Those two are still following their path, look, so I'm going to turn around and try and kill this one as quick as I can. Yeah, I definitely could do with a Sea Serpent crew because I'm not turning fast enough, I don't think. Right, so let's utilize this ammunition carrier. It seems to take about, let's see what the chaining delay is. I think it's about 2 seconds. It's actually in the stat block, isn't it? Right, that's better. And then let's see if I can get this one to take out those two trailing Codys there. No, that wasn't the wisest. I hit it too early, see? So trial and error, trial and error. They're not horrendous targets, I suppose. Have we just... No, we haven't actually just autoed this one, have we yet? That may be worth having a little go in a bit as well to see how horrendous it might be. All right, do me a favour and take out some of that rubbish, please. Which it has done. Well, that was quite handy. They take some funny paths, these ships. It takes a little while to understand what they're actually doing. That's better. Not perfect, but definitely better. Well, we're so close on this, aren't we? There we go. Right, there's another one coming in here. I mean, I suppose you could get away with virtually no damage at all if you did it right. But you could probably get away with no damage whatsoever. It's all in the timing, it seems. And that wasn't the best timing by a long shot. Right, are you going to trigger across onto those? You have, but it still wasn't perfect. Well, we got one off. We killed one. Josh, you are coining far too much, young man. Do you know that? Okay, yeah, that'd be a good thing. Yeah, we can have a look at range, or someone could come and hit your base and we can watch it. Okay, got snagged there. That's my own fault. $100 million already. There's only one way you can get 100 million. That's blitzing, isn't it? I'm not blitzing this. There's absolutely no need. Well, anyway, for me, I've got nothing really great to catch up. I've a couple of turrets to pick up. I don't need any armors. I've got more armors than I've got ships to build. So, well, if I've got no ships to build anyway, I'll just pick up the turrets and then get the I should be able to do this just one little swipe. Right, that gets rid of those. If we encourage these to come across. Hopefully that will chain off onto those ones. Looks like it will. They should die now. They have, yeah, nice. That should get the last one. So that's utilising the ice fields properly, which is good to see. I'm really intrigued as to what's in this 500 target, I must admit. This one here, we could go in tight, couldn't we? And we could outrange it, which is nice. If I remember rightly, I think it came into us, but it couldn't actually damage us. So yeah, so there we go. It's trying to, but obviously by the time it gets to me, it's dead. So that's good. We'll utilise the carriers down here now to wipe out this, hopefully. The gate, if I go this angle, hopefully I better take out that. If not, I can utilise the carrier there, like the fresh ones that are coming out. Would hopefully take out that turret. He says without killing this down the bottom. So I'm on the right side. Now all I've got to do is just let the It's not the fastest targets, is it? It never is on assault. Really don't want that to go in there and chain, and then it's too far away. See, that's still not far close enough. Hopefully that will change the. Yes, it does. Good. Okay, let's see if this chains and gets anywhere near this. If not, I might utilize that turret. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's see if I can do it this time without messing up. Yeah, that's better. One, two, three, 4, 5. So obviously the initial 6. So initial item and then 6 chains. So that's not too bad. Josh, you must have the Bank of England in your back pocket at the moment. So like before, we're going to try and get a ship to take out that turret. That was a little bit premature, to be honest. So we need that to go down, and we hit it, I think it was about here, wasn't it? And then it chained onto that one there. These ones can be done by these here, so. Nice. So I'm just wondering if we can go north and then it might catch on that one there from there. Just understanding the range and how the target's built. Will it do it? Will it do it? Will it do it? No, I don't really like hitting turrets like this from the north because you can't quite work the range out. Okay, that'll do it. Are we going to? No, we'll see. We're going to hit that carrier now, which is frustrating. Okay, we avoided most of that. That's not too bad. So if you're patient and you have the time, it definitely can be done for a limited amount of damage, which is nice to see. You know, there are plenty of people that retired playing this and don't really have to rush. There we go. That's chaining nicely. No, it's not chaining there, is it? Don't want to kill that one. That's the sort of angle I want to go at, I believe. Yep, that's perfect. That's working. One ship left. I think we'll suffer the one ship. Let's just charge it down. We'll target it and then run at it. Okay. Let's have a look at that. So I think that was 2 101s and 2 100s, wasn't it? I believe it was. We'll look at 500, I think, next. So we are 2% taken again, so that's not too bad. And now we're up to 25 minutes, and well, that's close enough. I mean, if it was even across the board, I wouldn't mind too much, But obviously the flagship has taken more, and it's going to take too long to fix. So we'll just do that. That's reasonable. Quite like the target. It's a technical target, so take your time, be accurate, obviously, and think about it. I'm sure there's going to be some pretty good videos out there, and people will show some paths and that sort of stuff, and timings and those sort of things for those that want to take the time. And sometimes it's better to take your time so you can play for longer, or you can just crash in and then fix if you wanted to. Talking of crashing and fixing into auto one, I don't know if we all should, but we'll give it a go. Let's auto one, just see how stupid it's going to be. See if it actually survives. It's going to have an awful lot of corrosive damage though, I believe. But let's do it anyway, just so we know where we stand. Gone in at 3 o'clock. Let's just see what happens. Don't think this is going to be very pretty, but there we go. So hopefully it'll take those 2 Kodiaks. Oh, I didn't spot that ship there underneath the gate. Look, that's sneaky. Didn't spot that one at all. And here we go. The first 2 of the corrosive ones are coming in to cause damage now. So yeah, see, they're a pain, they are. And that's the problem with autoing. Is yeah, their range is not massive, but the damage they do is pretty impressive. It's more than the Kodiaks actually. So. However, we're just getting some stats. I don't really mind. It's not the end of the world. I'm also watching the time as well. So, I mean, even for those that are blitzing, this may be an answer because you could just do this, I suppose, and it may actually only be 1 or 2 coins to fix. So, you know, if it's low, then hell. This is going to fire on me, isn't it? Yes, I thought it would. Look at the damage. It's chunking away. Look. God dang. That's a nasty turret. But it's a heavy turret, so it's not surprising. The bit that's concerning is that obviously it's targeting the ammo carriers as opposed to targeting the ships that are actually targeting me, which is frustrating. Oh no, it's actually bypassed those ones. So, right, this is the missile turret coming out, which I can't avoid anyway. I can't outrange it; it's not possible. So, we might get to change some of those ships. Yes, we did. Oh, that's nice. That was helpful. And then mainly, I suppose, even on automatic, you know, as in autoing, there may actually be a preferable entry point. You know, it might be really bad from the 3 o'clock position and better from the 6, or, you know, so it's just a case of working out which one's best, to be honest. Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking it may be, you know, but it's just down to trigger range, isn't it? So where the heck are you going? There's nothing to get from up there. Right, okay. I think that's probably about an hour. What did we get then? So yeah, we've obviously picked up corrosive. So 1% of the penetratives, because ultimately there's nothing you can avoid anyway, if you like it or not. And 2%, so not horrendous. Yeah, so an hour and 10. Okay. 1 hour 10. Let's do another then from the 12 o'clock position, just to appease Sai. Okay, just to see if it does make a difference, because that was a 3 o'clock position. But obviously by in some respects, actually killing the ammo carriers early might be beneficial. I don't know. We'll see. 1 hour 10. Let's have a look from this position. How we did for points? We're at 2.25, halfway to obviously one of the new turrets. I could pick up obviously one of the invader plates soon. And I'm more 101s than 100s now, so. Let's have a look then. So we're going in north. Let's see what happens. Now, why are you doing that? Oh, it's killing the building. Okay, fair enough. And I thought it was just killing the ammo carrier. I was going to say that's a bit dumb. Oh, and they're split. That I don't like. I don't think they'll die. I think the ships, you know, are pretty reasonable as it stands at the moment. I suppose if some of them split, they won't all get the corrosive damage. Maybe, I don't know. So there's plenty more income than there is outgoing by the looks of it at the moment. God damn, that's an awful record. That's better. You can't change your mind now, you know. It's not possible. Right, the only thing I'm thinking from this direction, because it seems that, you know, I'm going to be getting damage from the corrosive turret here, the corrosive turret here. Whereas I was chaining from the south to the north, so maybe better to go in at 6 or 9 or 7 or 4. I don't know. The point is, at least you're not completely dead in one hit, so that's something. So you can whack out a few, you know. I don't know what it is completely dead this fleet to fix, but it looks like you can do 4 or 5, if you so wish to do so. 4, I believe, actually, looking at the damage I'm getting now, because it's nearly half dead, isn't this fleet? So it's definitely a driver's target without a doubt. Like I say, we'll fix up after this one, and then we'll pop and look at the 500. Yeah, I don't know. We're talking about SI. Okay, and like I said, so that again, look, we're now taking damage from the corrosive stuff. I see we still got to kill this building at the bottom, do we? Or don't we have to? No, we don't have to. That's okay. Good. So those buildings aren't important, which is nice. Right, it was 1 hour 10, wasn't it, from the 3 o'clock position, and from the 12 o'clock position, and no cruise, obviously, 1 and 3%, so more corrosive by 1%, and 236, so that's up again by an extra 15 minutes. Is that right? I believe it is. Being a little bit cautious, I'll fix it in base. Okay, we'll do that and that. Come on, speed up. And that, and we'll just wait a few seconds. Right, while we're waiting a few seconds, I don't believe, okay, then that's what you actually said, Si, but here we go. I can still see, I can read up in the chat. But anyway, right, all right, and yeah, do you know what? It almost might pay to, oh, I don't know. No, there's only two, it's not worth it, you know. If we'd been 3 in the same raid set, I would have gone and probably built another flagship and got that up and running, but because there's nothing to do for the XP weekend for me personally, and these are just skins, so they're take it or leave it things, you know. I mean, what do we need? If you really want all the tech that's available, you've got obviously 5 lots of this here, so there's 12 and a half, and then obviously you've got 15 for these. Forget that, that's just show and tell rubbish. And obviously then you just got the upgrades, so if you need a few, you know, but we probably have still got some Swallowtail tokens anyway left over. If you've done all the TLCing and that sort of stuff, you'll just need to get the flagship ones and a few of the other ones as well. So, and bear in mind, obviously, it's you don't need all the tokens because yes, if you've never upgraded so far, but if you're out at U3, then obviously it's, what is it? Is it 10, 40, 80, 80 or something like that? I think it is. I think it's just about 80, so you don't need a huge amount. He says, well, we'll check that in a second actually. Has that fixed itself? Yes, it has. Speed up. We can just double check. So what do I need token wise? If I was going to say upgrading, there you go. So yeah, I do need 80. So that's easy enough to do. Yeah, it is 80 for that one. And then it's 60. Well, look, I don't need to get any. I've already got 240. So yeah, good point actually. Well done. Swallowtails can go up as... You've done it, Josh, have you? Great, fantastic. You can upgrade our lionfish now, can't we, as well? So there we go. Look, there we go. 1 to U3. So those are definitely worth getting. Really good point, Damnation. Thanks, I forgot about that. So that's actually probably more important. Yeah, it's probably more important actually to go ahead and get yourself a good proportion of these kits and suffer if you don't think you do it in time, and suffer your other ships a lower upgrade level, because as we all know, the FM fleet is the most important fleet. What does it give us anyway? It gives us additional armor points, projectile speed, yeah, okay, but that will help countermeasures. Survival for both pen and explosive, 20% evade, that's a bit nice to have as well. Extra damage, penetrative, obviously for missiles, 30%, and then extra critical chance as well by 15%. So yeah, it's worth having. So yeah, so definitely picking up those would be worthwhile. Rightio, we are done on this one here. I'm going to look at the 500 then. Like I said, I'm still not going to put a crew on because I don't want to mask any of the results, basically. I will do, obviously, once I get into my own game. But whilst we're on this, we're nearly an hour in. I just want to have a look at the 500 and just see what's in there. And then we'll probably we'll go and call it, I think, to be honest. Let's just double check. Did they go for 4 targets on the top tier set? I think they did, didn't they? They did, yeah. So it's a 500. Oh, and I see. It's the dams on the 600, which we may have seen before. So we'll probably have a look at that. Let's find a 500 first. There's one right in front of me. Let's see how nasty this is. Again, we'll start at the 9 o'clock position and see if it is a user decision, what the entry point, or whether it's a fixed position. I didn't say co-op, did it? So it's obviously not a co-op target. Ooh, interesting. There we go. There's a ammo carrier generator there. And there's one over here as well. So let's see what we can do here. We've got some ships that are obviously going out and around. I wonder if we can trail that ammunition carrier so it actually does some damage on the way in. Can I get close to it? Yes. Well, that's okay, I suppose. I mean, for those that like, taking their time and doing targets, then it's, these are good targets. There's nothing wrong at all. It's, they're technical targets, but there is the option as well to bull rush them if you so please. So, there's a bit of something in everything for I think this one here, it could certainly do a lot worse. Hopefully that'll chain onto that one and then that'll chain onto those. Yeah, it does. So okay, so that's working. Yeah, quite like that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Yeah, I've done that so many times, mate. Scrolling through YouTube screens going, why won't it go up? It's frustrating, isn't it? Oh, I got too close to those turrets. That was very stupid of me. So I did get a smidgen of damage there, but that's my own fault. That was my own stupidity. Not taking notice of what I was doing. Right, trigger onto there, trigger onto there. He's gone slow. That should take out those now, which it has. Good. Okay. Now looking at this, that's why it's better sometimes not to kill them off, because look, they're going all the way around and coming back down around again, aren't they? So what I sort of want to do is to utilize this ammo carry here to try and take these out, if it will. Now I've got that, I wonder if I can utilize the ice field and encourage them to, there we go. So they're going to come into the ice field and hopefully the ice field won't let them through and it will kill them all off before the ice field pops, which I think it's going to do. Yeah, so that's a nice example of that. That worked. Quite like that. That's obviously can be outranged. That can't be. Just the lionfish upgrade kits. That's nice. That's good. That's a good position to be in then, isn't it? I hate to think how many coins you've used though, Josh. Each their own, though. Yes, it's okay, isn't it? I think it is fine. I have no issues with the targets. I think they're okay. Yes, they're a little bit slow, but you know. The orange ring's quite helpful because I think if you get just kite the orange ring and look, you're out the range obviously, and obviously that's an area effect damage ring, isn't it? So keep to the outside of that, then we're doing okay. We might want to go up here and start utilizing some of these now. Oh, I see. So one goes up. Oh, I can do that. I can get rid of the rest of these turrets. I didn't realize didn't notice they went up through there. So. No, I think that will come in the Reaver Gate. I think that will come in the next bounty. Otherwise, what are they going to give us? I mean, a defender hole maybe, and then really annoy everybody. It's obviously built three of the newer Conqueror flags. Right, is it this one that's going to go across and up there? I think it probably is. Come on, Speedy. Even though Swallowtail does FM way better. Well, I know you've done some trials on that. It must be this one here. Let's try that. Is that going to do it? That should do it. Yep, perfect. Right, okay. Not sure what goes in there to get these. I mean, I'm not sure everything is achievable, but it's nice that the ice fields don't slow us down. That's the one thing I do like. Right, so I need to go across here because they're coming in at that angle, aren't they? So it looks like they'll kite that turret there, and then obviously that'll chain this set, won't it? Or it should. So if I come in behind this ammunition carrier, it's about a 2-second delay. Oh no, I need to get it to kill those Kodiaks, so too late. It's already firing on me. Okay, not so bad. Ah, so they do go in the north as well, so that's handy. Oh, I've killed the building. That's annoying. That was foolish. Oh no, it's just survived. Okay, not so bad, not so bad. I wonder if I can utilize this ice field again to get out of the way of those. Yeah, I can. That's nice. No, I can't get out of this. Yes, oh yes, I can. That's the missile turret, so I can definitely. That's not going to lead on to that, is it? I've got no choice but to. Unless the gate will do it for me. Now I'm going to be careful. I'm going to kill that building if not. So we'll just put up with taking a bit of damage off this missile turret. One got through there, so that wasn't too bad, and just managed to miss the damage, I think, on that one. Right, so that actually goes through, and it might chain. If that might be a chainable distance there, I think. I think that is too far to chain from there. Oh no, it is. It's going that way. Oh, that's quite handy. Oh, that got the ice field. That's handy. Good. This could have been a lot worse. Now, as soon as you two are sat there, there we go. That's those. I think I'm just left with the central turret, which I can't outrange anyway, but I might be able to use. Yeah, those two coming up. This isn't that bad a damage, is it? I mean, I thought it was worse than this. The flagship again has got the main damage. I think I can use these. Oops, and get them from the bottom. Can't quite remember what the range is, but if I could attack them at that sort of angle there. Let's just try it with this one. What is it? What is it? If I hit there, by the time it chains, is it going to go across? No, it's hitting that building. Maybe we need to kill the building off first. Oh, there's some coming down that way. I could have used those, I suppose. Right, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. It is on the hour. Let's target this one. Go on, chain. Yep, perfect. And how far is it going to kill it? That's the question. Is that a third, roughly? Just over that, probably 2/5. Right, we'll do the last one, and then I think we'll do it. Kixie must love you. They definitely do. I think your bank manager loves you too. Well, that was too soon, wasn't it? Just getting the timing right. It's just knowing how long they take before they actually chain and how close I dare get actually as well. So maybe it'll get closer. I'm not really sure. So that's nearly got it. Oh, it's so close. Like I said, I mean, obviously when you're actually playing the game properly rather than trying to do a demo, we can go a lot faster than this. But I just want to check things are possible, basically. So hopefully that is going to kill that turret, which it just did, and we're done. Right, okay. So there was a couple of mistakes there, but it wasn't horrendous. That's a 500 completed. We had 1% taken there, and okay, we resisted a bit there, but that was it. And 6 minutes, okay. So 6 minutes is acceptable, isn't it? Which we can recall that fleet. There's no crew on there, so that would actually be instant fix with a little bit better driving if you want to go that way. Where is the fleet? There it is there. Let's get the dams out and we'll have a look at the last target quickly, and then we'll call it a day. So we're looking for target number. What was it? It's the 600. Okay, so no. What does a 600 look like? And what am I even looking at? I don't know. Not a clue. Oh, it's right. Okay, that's why. It's a megaship one. Of course it is. Forgot that. There you go. Forgot it already. Okay, let's have a little look. Whether we get a choice on entry and that sort of stuff, I don't know, but we'll have a look at the target anyway. Let's just peek it and have a play. Starts in a minute, so let's just go in base quickly. press fix on this fleet. Not that it really matters because I'll be signing off soon. Right, that's that done. One last look. Where's the ship? There it is. Okay. And here we are. So these are the ones obviously directional, obviously heavy turrets. So going that way, that one isn't, and that one isn't. So drive-by sort of shooting. Where is the UAV? There it is there. Look, so there's a timed bit to get into there. There is only one entry point. That's firing inwards, so we want to get that from the outside. That isn't. That fires outwards, as does that. So we want to go down around here, don't we? That one we want to take from the outside. That we want to take from the outside. That we can get from up over here. We need to kill that off first, though. Yep, okay, so that's not too bad. That's not too bad. So I'll just double check the angles on these here. So this is the target. The second turret is the one to kill first, believe it or not, because that's the one that's going to give us the area effect damage. Now this one that can't do any damage at all. It's facing the wrong way. Yeah, again, we can drive by. These are the nasty ones. It's these ones here because they actually do. I think it's radioactive, isn't it? Yeah, they do. But a little bit of damage there. I should need to try and just stop myself from standing still. That's the point, to do drive-by, basically. There we go, and it fires behind me. Keep moving for obvious reasons. So let's trigger, and then it will stop, and then I can rush in quickly. That's the turret that we don't want us to get caught by. Okay, that's that little bit done. This was facing outwards, so we want to go down around here and in that way. And this was facing inwards, so that's okay. So it's a case of get that one. Then if we go in at that angle, we might be able to chain onto those there with the penetrative. Penetrative? No, that's not the word. What's the word? Well, it penetrates, but I can't remember the word because it's not a penetrative turret. Anyway, it'll shoot straight through, hopefully, and get out the way of the nasty incoming. There we go. Oh, we get out the way of that large heavy turret. That was very stupid of me. I forgot it fired outwards, that one. So we want to go slightly north of this one. Then it'll somebody remind me of the word, because I can't remember it for some stupid reason. Piercing. That's the word, isn't it? It's piercing. Piercing effect, yes. There we go. Goodness me. That one goes that way, that one goes that way, so we want to come in north again. Which way is this one going? Both going in, so that's not too bad. Watch that one there, right. Here we go. Pause, no, and now straight in. Drive by this one. Anything facing outwards? No, both facing inwards. Okay, not too bad. Right, so that's cleared the channel. Most of the damage, as we know, it comes from the. For a first go, it's not too bad. So let's just remind myself where these are. So I need to get in around here. Need to try and remain stacked if I can as well, because that's obviously important. Oh, I forgot about that there. So I tend to encourage this thing to actually fire at me. So as soon as it disappears, keep moving and then you're okay. Right, that's finished. I think we're going at this angle. We can probably just cut straight through all three. Yeah, we can. Oh, no. Didn't quite get that right, but at least I'm in a better position than I thought I was going to be. What's this one? Right, okay, so we need to kill off this last little bit of the UAV ship. Is it UAV? I don't know, whatever it is. Oh, got caught in a ring there. Well, that could be a lot worse, couldn't it? So it's just the... I'll go right round. The bridge, and that's us. Okay. Only 2,000 coins. You are mental. Okay, that's the final target then. That's not as bad as I thought. For a first ever go, what do we get then? 1% taken and, yeah, a little bit more. 2% taken on the ballistic there. We resisted what? 35% evaded on the radioactive. And obviously you can't evade the ballistic if it hits you or it doesn't hit you. So 31 minutes. Not ideal, but then again, you can sort of do the other targets first, particularly 500, because it looks like you can do it instant fix if you're driving a little bit better. And then you can fix this one here, which looks like, well, probably pretty even across the fleet. Maybe this ship took a little bit more damage. But that's about it. Let's have a look. We'll just double check in base. We should be able to instantly click and fix the other one, or should it already be fixed maybe? It's quite nice if you do the 500 first and then do this one, because I think if you do the 500 instant fix, go in and do the 101, that's almost instant fix, and then actually go on to do the 100. You could do those 3 targets while this fleet here I think is fixing for the 600. So let's have a quick check. Yeah, so 4 seconds, fine on there, and then this ship's fleet, sorry, it's come in. Let's just double check. Where are we? Flagship for 7 minutes. 4 minutes. So it's not. Oh, come along. 5 on that one there. 4 minutes on that one there. Come on, it's not working quick enough. Did we build these all the same? I think we did, didn't we? Yes, we did. So 10 minutes on this one, yeah, you see, so it is a little bit sort of like picky at what it does. But anyway, that's what I've got to fix, so I'm not too bothered. I'm sure you can drive it a bit better than what I've just done anyway. Right, so just a quick reminder then, before we just log out, then there's no need to rush, I don't think, this one, for most individuals. There are upgrade tokens to get, just a few if you're already at U3, obviously, or enough tokens to get yourself to U3 for your Swallowtails. But I wouldn't, I would concentrate on your FM fleet, to be honest. And as Damnation said to me, and reminded me, basically, then obviously get the Swallowtail upgrade tokens, because those are more important. Get as many as you can. Get yourself upgraded to U3. Okay. Finish off a comfortable level with your Swallowtails, because this raid, next raid, and that's it, and we'll move on to another fleet. Whereas the FM fleet, yeah, you really do want to get those upgraded as soon as possible, because the targets will change. As you know, in the FM, they'll get harder and harder. If you haven't upgraded, then you are going to suffer in the most important piece of the game, which is keeping yourself current in FM. Turrets for your base, yeah, you can, as we said, PvP tech, obviously. This 5, is worthy of getting. It's just interesting that obviously it fires in 3 different directions, that sort of stuff. And if you think about it, then the back end could be, just by the way it's set up, the back end could be the dead zone. The front end could be the directions that it fires. You'd like to think that was the case, which means basically you need to then position it so that it can fire in this sort of arc. Well, then if that's a difficult position, it'd be almost nice if it was doing this in a wider sort of arc, but we'll see what it looks like once it's done. It's how many days to the Swallowtail? That's a good point. Let me collect some Swallowtails. Do you want both, Jenny, or do you want on fixed? So let's have a look. Actually, it's a very good point. So upgrade for then, it's 5 days 18. They're generally sort of like quite straightforward. 5 days 18 for the routine ship, and I bet you it's longer. 8 days 16 for obviously the flagship. So If you are going to do any of them, I would probably do the flagship. It's the one that's taking the most damage, so do this one first, okay? Because then it might even, and that I will be doing this one first, because then it'll even out the damage, hopefully across the fleet. That'd be really, really good then, because then if it, you've got a considerably greater amount of survival on both of them as well, and you gain that, obviously, that field effect as well, which is helpful. It's not just for this ship, it does for them all, because it's an aura cap of 5, so it works on all of them basically. So but it's just the fact that if you're going to do any of the ships first, I would do the flag, because that one obviously clearly seems to be taking all the hits, double the amount compared to the other ships. Right, I'm done. I think that's it. Okay, I'll just say thanks for joining me. Okay, and that's an hour and 20 gone. That's plenty long enough. Okay, have fun. It's okay, isn't it? As long as the damage stays as roughly as it is, you can smash them if you really want to. You won't get somebody done, but there won't be any speed up tokens, do you know? Well, there will be for the standard ships maybe in a TLC when it's coming up. That's normally what happens. So get the tokens and then do the TLC. But then again, there's more tokens in the TLC normally, so you might not even want to collect the tokens, although there won't be flagship tokens. So you have to get those in this event. So going back to that, sorry. Yeah, so targets, take your time, pick obviously the use the ammo carriers to your advantage. Ice fields, great things, okay? And you saw several times there the ice fields are your friend. It takes a little bit of time to work out the timings of where, but there'll be plenty more videos. My base is the same as yours. Yeah, I think everyone's going to go for this U-shaped thing now. It's just a cycle thing, isn't it? Use the ammunition carriers, utilize obviously chaining, which is really, really good. Utilize things that aren't so important to chain from, things like the gates and that sort of stuff, and outrange what you can. Nearly everything that's corrosive is outrangeable. Outrangeable, is that a real word? I don't know, but you can outrange everything that's non-penetrative, it seems like. Just needs to be a little bit smarter on the driving, and then go back to the old school way of kiting things as well, because even that large corrosive turret that's in the center, that actually is dumbfire, and you can once it's sent its projectiles to you, if you're fast enough, you can drive past it. So that's a viable solution, right? As I said, we'll say goodnight and have a good weekend. Enjoy your raid for those that haven't started yet. Okay, and I hope this has been helpful, and I'll say goodnight. TSM out. All the best.